semalam Menteri Besar Tan Sri Khalid menyebut bahawa hal yang berkenaan cadangan di Kelang itu akan hanya diputuskan oleh Majlis Mesyuarat Kerajaan Negeri. Tapi pada prinsipnya kita tidak mahu ada kemudahan-kemudahan outlet seolah menggalakkan minuman arak, terutama di kalangan masyarakat muda dan di kalangan orang Islam. Tetapi tidak ada cadangan dari kerajaan untuk melarang di premis-premis terbuka, terutama yang melibatkan penyertaan dan penghuni bukan Islam. So bagi saya tidak ada apa-apa masalah kan, kerana dasar itu agak jelas. Tapi kita tidak boleh halang lah. Ini kita parti agak demokratik sikit. Jadi orang bagi perbincang cadangan, orang bagi pandangan, kita dengar lah. Tapi dari segi dasar keputusan saya tidak fikir ada masalah banyak. Dan semalam dalam perbincangan kita di antara keadilan wakil PAS DAP, walaupun tidak teliti dalam kes ini, tapi konsensus itu lebih kurang begitu. So it's nothing to be particularly worrying, because the policy stand is that we do not encourage or allow Muslims to drink or even eat pork. But we are not here to deny the right of non-Muslims to eat pork or consume alcoholic drinks. Now, if it is sold in public premise, then we want to make sure that you don't actually be seen to be encouraging, particularly the younger Malaysians, and or to encourage Muslims to drink. So, but otherwise, I think the present policy is adequate. If we need to make some adjustments, let the Menteri Besar and the State Exco decide. And I don't think we can decide at the local level or at the municipality, because I think these are major policies that the state must decide. And I don't think, as it stands now, based on the discussions that we had, I should say preliminary discussion, we left it to the Menteri Besar and the State Exco, I don't foresee any problem.
So, Dr. Sri, in other words, can we say that everything maintains status quo?
Well, maybe some adjustments, as I said. Number one, about the young, it should be sold to kids. Number two, it should not be seen or perceived to be encouraging Muslims to drink. Okay? I mean, I've been to restaurants.
To justify that, whether...
No, you can. Because I've done it before. For example, in Langkawi, where the liquor is cheap, we don't want them to sell to school kids. See? So there is a reason. And then we want also to remind them that, look, you are not supposed to encourage Muslims to drink. I mean, I have my adult life, I don't have that problem. I mean, I go to shops, Chinese friends, they drink, they don't say, no, please drink, they don't. So I don't have a problem. But some may encounter that problem, so we have to remind them. There's no harm. There's no real change in policy. But we cater for sensitivity, you know. Some Muslims are concerned. They say, well, probably more Muslim children are found to be drinking, so we want to avoid that as much as we are campaigning against drug addiction. But I frankly, I mean, I'm not just be dismissive of this problem. From my discussions, when I heard last night, I don't see this to be a problem for now, because any change can only be effective or take into effect after the State Exco makes a decision. And we know the position of the Exco, Keadilan, PAS, DAP. So I think don't need to worry about it.
What are the other issues discussed?
Well, we have agreed based on the decision of the leadership of Pakatan, in meeting with myself and Keadilan leaders, Wabi Kit Siang, the DAP leaders, and Ustaz Hadi Awang and PAS leaders. Number one, to cement and strengthen the Pakatan coalition at all levels. We have agreed that Secretariat be formed, not only at the national level, which is ongoing, with the second team of the Secretariat working, but also at the state level. We have now in Selangor, in Perak, and meetings also at in the state level in Penang. But I think the decision is to encourage all states to have their own more structured mechanism to allow for this. And secondly, that the leaders will then have a retreat. At state level, Menteri Besar said they are having one at the state level, but at the national level we're having one in January. And then other issues is that we want to make sure that on issues, most issues we discuss at length. You see, this democratic process must be working within the Pakatan. Why are we different from Barisan? Because if one leader or few leaders decide, then UMNO takes a position, then MCA Gerakan just follow. In our case, we set up working groups like what we did in the alternative budget proposal. They deliberated at length, all the three parties agreed, then we formulate as a common economic agenda. Similarly, in the say issue like FTA, nuclear, women's rights and gender equality, issues like that, or now prohibition of alcoholic drinks. All these issues, I mean, prohibition is not to be discussed. To me, it's for a Muslim, we don't drink. But how, I mean, in terms of its sales and promotion in the country, let us discuss this, have a joint position, cleared at all levels, then announced as a policy.